My name is Leanne, and I'm here to present Sleeping Bird Donuts. Sleeping Bird Donuts is the second location for the parent company Sleeping Bird Coffee, which opened in May of 2021 off of Miller Road in Wilmington. Sleeping Bird Donuts will be open about 7 minutes away from our first location off of Concord Pike in this building that you can see right here, specializing in different types of donuts and drip coffee. Our first shop opened, like I said, in May of 2021. My husband, Zach, started experimenting with different donuts. Everything in our shop we make homemade, so it kind of made sense for him to just be experimenting with different things, and donuts is one of those things. He did a homemade brioche dough and started filling them with different types of fillings. At first, he was only making about 30 a day, and as we started selling them, the popularity grew and grew. And we're up to about 90 or so a day. I think we can really only max out at around 100, just because the size of our shop is really small, with the seating and the kitchen. And, you know, like I said, we make everything homemade. So it just leaves us with very little room to store these donuts because they get made the day before, they get held overnight. I'm sorry, the dough gets made before, the dough is held overnight, and then they're fried fresh in the morning. But where we are lucky is that we have this proof of concept for our second location. In our first location, they have been selling out every single time that we've made them. A really great example is this past 4th of July was a Tuesday. We really only make them Tuesdays through Thursdays just because those are our least busy days. So that's when we are able to make the most and store the most. This past 4th of July was a Tuesday. A lot of people have off from work. And as you can see in this picture, the line just wrapped all the way around our building. Our door is like the front way that you can't see, to the point where I had to go out and tell half of the people in line that unfortunately they weren't able to get donuts just because we sold out so quickly. So I think that's a really great proof of concept in the sense that if we have donuts on days where people aren't working, like a Saturday or Sunday, or days where people maybe work from home more often, like a Friday, we could sell even more than the 90 or so that we already do. So here you'll see the different types of donuts that we do. The two bottom pictures are what we sell now. Those are a homemade brioche dough donut filled with different fillings. We try to do unique things. You know, there are some days where we just do like a peanut butter Oreo, but my favorite days are the ones where we do something like a chocolate maple tahini or a blueberry balsamic. We make our own homemade fillings and jams, and those all go into the donuts. On the top, you'll see an old-fashioned donut that's more of a cake-style donut. We don't sell those right now, but it's something that we're experimenting with for our next location, just to have a little bit of variety for people. In the middle, again, another experiment. We found out that our cinnamon bun dough, which is something that we make every weekend, is actually a really great base dough for a traditional donut. And the picture there you can see is just sort of a fun tie-dye vanilla glaze. It's just a very different offering from the brioche, the like heavier brioche style dough that we do right now. And then I don't know if you notice in the top, you'll see not a donut, but a bagel. Unfortunately, we lost our beloved bagel supplier earlier this year and had to go to our second choice. It's been okay, but it's not our favorite. And our thought is with opening up this production facility, we will be able to not have to rely on anyone else for our bagels, and we can start making them ourselves. It's something that we've been experimenting with, and I say we, I really mean my husband, Zach, and he has been just really trying to perfect the recipe for not only the donuts, but also for the bagels. The shop right now is really just an empty shell. We're doing it from scratch and building it out. The front section will be a takeout area, very, very small, no seating at all. And the back will just be production. We have to be really deliberate with how we set it up and how we build it out, just because it is a smaller space. The reason we chose this is because it has the same landlord as our first shop, and we really like him, and the rent was really reasonable. But with this, we do have less space than, we could have chosen. What we would do with the money is just adding more frying options. Fryers, donut fryers specifically, are around $12,000, and we would really like to have two. That way we don't run into the same problem we have now, which is selling out instantly. As fun as it is to hear people like line up at the crack of dawn to try to get donuts, we really want to get them in as many hands as possible. And production costs have just absolutely doubled from when we built out in 2021. An example of that is we bought our espresso machine early 2021. It was $9,000. We just reached back out to get a price, and it's currently $15,000. So any amount of money would be really helpful with building out the second space. And even though I am presenting this alone today, my husband is my partner in life, obviously, but then also with our business. He is the one who makes the donuts, even though I do help with glazes, fillings, everything else in the shop. But we really are a team. We both had food trucks, and that's how we met. We opened up Sleeping Bird Coffee in May of 2021 and plan to open up Sleeping Bird Donuts in early 2024, if hopefully not sooner, but we'll see how that goes. Thank you.